Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IFP channel. Here we talk everything about football, be it previews, stats, transfers, everything basically. And today we have a midweek review, and damn, even the midweek games were like really entertaining. Now, I'm your host Anushik, and today we have with us Ashwin, Manav, and Sneha. Let's start. So basically, let's talk about our first match of the week, which was City 2 United 0. And yes, it was a game that certainly didn't live up to the expectations of the Man United fans, obviously. But the City fans seem to have loved what they seen. And yeah, City are basically getting their mojo back, and they are having great fun on the pitch. Even considering the amount of players that they had missing because of the COVID situation, they have been doing really well since the past 2-3 games, especially against Chelsea and Man United. So let's start with our in-resident City fan, Manav. What do you think? What did you think about the game?
Well, it is quite a tough situation now because some of our big names are out of the squads. Well, the team has done very good in this situation, and I'm very happy about the performance not going down. Now some of our players are doing very well. Like whether you take Kevin De Bruyne, Joao Cancelo, and some other players, they're performing very good. So
Yeah.
this our defense line was specifically very good. Take it John Stones or Ruben Diaz. They also helped in scoring because all the Manchester United defenders marked Diaz because of his good aerial ability, and this left John Stones open to score.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, what else can we say about the game? Because basically, it was an all-round performance from City. The attack was very intense, and De Bruyne was literally pulling the strings in the midfield. And then we had Sterling always running and creating problems with the opposition defense. And we also saw the defensive side of City improving recently because the addition of Stones to the team and his partnership with Ruben Diaz has been very intense for the team. They've been like defending really well, conceding very less goals, and in fact scoring on the other end as well. Taking into consideration the goal that was scored by Stones. So, Ashwin, what do you think? Are things looking positive for City?
Certainly, yeah. Because the recent signings that have made Ferran Torres and Ruben Diaz especially has been really good this season. He's been rock solid. He's been leading the defensive line, and that is the reason why they've been conceding very less. And yeah, Guardiola at it again. He's dropping
Yeah,
masterclass
yeah.
after masterclass.
Certainly, certainly, because the position, the passing, everything was on spot basically, and everything seemed to go really well for City. And now, since we have talked enough about City, let's talk about Man United because Man United are basically in the mud again because they have been exposed. They have been exposed in their defensive areas, and certainly, when we talk about Man United, we often talk about a player specifically, and he is Bruno Fernandes, who's been doing really well in Man United since the past year or so. So, Sneh, what do you think? What happened to Bruno Fernandes in that match?
I think the basic problem where the whole Man United operates is with Bruno Fernandes. He creates those balls on which Rashford takes the run, and he has been the sole pivot of the game. But we see that he was contained quite well by the likes of Stones. And it was like the basic problem with City were facing what they were defensively slacking, but we have seen it in recent games that they're coming up quite well. And Man United, as usual, they have no plan B other than like Bruno Fernandes not chipping in with the necessary balls in. And again, with the likes of defense of United, you can't literally trust on the back line. So it's the same question again: for how long will Manu be able to continue with this form, or whether they're again going to go down? Because Bruno Fernandes, as usual, in some matches he won't work. So they don't have a plan B ready in midfield so that they can help Rashford and feed Pogba and other guys with the ball.
This is one really good point that was mentioned by Sneha here because every team needs a plan B. I mean, if you see teams who completely depend on one player over a long period of time, they seem to tremble and suffer when the player is not performing up to the expectations, and that is what happened with Man United. And considering City again, Stones was a rock in the defense. So yeah, he was very intense, very good in that match. Now, since we're talking about City. We'll also talk about the finals of this cup competition, and it's against Tottenham, my team. And I'm really worried to be honest because City are coming back to form. City are tearing the opposition into pieces with their passing, with their ball play, and they've been doing really well about it. And I'm concerned. I'm genuinely concerned because my team they have been getting the results, but I haven't seen the type of gameplay from my team that will make me gain some sort of confidence for that match. But hey, you never know. The season might be our season. So talking about the finals, Manu, what do you think is going to happen in the finals?
Whatever the result comes, it does not matter. It will be a Pep versus Marino's classic match, a very good match. That's going to be some of your players are very good. Like Son always scores against City. I've seen that. Whether you take Champions League or Premier League, he has done quite well against City. So
Certainly, certainly.
this match result cannot be predicted before the match. We have to look into the match. Then only we can say what's going to happen.
Definitely, definitely. And to be fair, I never wanted Man United in the, no, I mean, the finals because they often seem to get a lot of decisions in favor of them. And considering the fact that only Leicester City have got more penalties and more decisions in favor of them, it is certainly concerning because the game is going really fine, you're playing really well, and suddenly you concede a penalty, and yeah, it just spoils the entire gameplay. Now, Ashwin, what do you think? What do you think? What do you expect from this final, basically?
Over the years, whenever we've seen Mourinho versus Guardiola, for me, Mourinho is the clear winner here because I think he will sort the whole, stopping the attack thing, and he will take advantage of the wingers that he has. Obviously, Kane and Son will do the magic in the middle, but with the versatile fullbacks that the Guardiola deploys, I think Mourinho will take advantage of it with the pace that he has. So I'm expecting a Mourinho masterclass. He's
Yeah, let's just hope for the best. But what we can certainly guarantee, it's gonna be a good game. Now, Sneha, coming to you, what do you? I mean, which type of gameplay do you prefer? Do you prefer, Guardiola's passing, or do you prefer Mourinho's, defending solidly and then counter attacking? What do you prefer?
Uh,
pragmatism, basically.
Coming to which, I guess the basic difference between Guardiola and Mourinho is that Guardiola needs players. He needs his top A quality players. Whereas the thing with Mourinho is that he doesn't need players. He has his own tactics very clearly and precisely planned out. And I guess he can do it with Tottenham because it's a one match thing. We have to keep that in mind. It's a final and it can be anyone's game. Coming to which we have to also look at the timeline of this match. There will be a lot of time in between. So if City gets their players back, then it can be a bit testing for Mourinho. Otherwise, I'm even rooting in my heart for Tottenham for the first time, I guess, because they're playing firebrand football. And I would really like to see the likes of Kane with the role which he feeds Son. I think that is something which will be very tough for Guardiola to break because, again, Guardiola, when he sees that plans are going against him, he never comes up quickly with a retrieval plan. So I guess Tottenham have a strong chance in this and they can get a trophy here.
Yeah, certainly, man. Certainly. Let's just hope that whatever you're saying is gonna happen because it's been quite a long wait for us as Tottenham fans. Now, since we've talked enough about the Premier League clubs and the Carabao Cup, let's move our attention to the La Liga. And this week's main focus was Barcelona winning against Athletic Bilbao. Bilbao scored two and Barcelona scored three. So, Ashwin, what did you see in the game? What do you observe?
No, I was really happy that we won this game against Bilbao because in the recent run of form against them at San Mames hasn't been good. We lost both the games last time with a last minute winner, right? So even in this game, they scored in the very third minute. And I was like, no, another night wasted. But it wasn't the case. We saw Messi coming back in a very good goal scoring form. And the Pedri Messi connection that grows and grows with every game was evident. And yeah, basically the team sorted the defense out. Araujo was also good.
Exactly.
He was leading the back line, Longley, which makes shitty errors, but still Araujo was covering for it. But yeah, it was a good, intense game, I would say.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Araujo is also very young, I guess, very young comparatively to
Yeah,
Longley.
yeah, he really is. He's a Lama supporter,
Yeah.
so very
Oh,
proud of
that's
that.
that's really nice because yeah, certainly if you're able to produce players of such quality, then it's better you don't sign any new players and play them. And yeah, basically in the beginning of the match when Inaki scored the early goal, it was, I mean, people, even the Barca fans were worried because an early goal can break the determination of the team. Like really in the early stages, it would be very hard for a team to concede goal.
In
But to
fact,
be fair, fair play to Barca.
in fact, this was
Yeah.
actually the third game which we came back after conceding a goal. That is a very bad stat, to be honest, because we don't actually come back from games when the other team scores, especially this season. This
Okay.
is interesting.
So yeah, this is certainly interesting. That is something we'll have to look upon in the future as well. Now, Manav, what do you think about the Pedri and Messi connection? Do you observe something really magical in that, or is
Yes,
it
I
just
think
Barca fans just being happy about it?
I think they are making a good connection. They are trying to coordinate very well with each other, because I think if players in Barca are able to coordinate with Messi, they can produce results. Because it has happened most of the time that if players are unable to coordinate with Messi, or the way style he plays, then the player is not successful at Barca. So it will be very good for some players if they can coordinate with Messi. That's what I think.
Exactly.
Certainly, certainly. Now, if I bring your attention towards one important stat from that match, it was Barca having 13 shots and 9 on target. I mean, that is really good, like very good in a match against Bilbao as well. So, Sneh, what do you think? Do you see any positives from the stat?
There are a lot of positives for Barca because right now they are in a sunken ship type of a situation. So anything which come their hands is going to be handy. I think Pedri can be the key which can hold Messi in Barcelona. Like that is one of a very big thing because he has been supplying for him and he is keeping him in. There are situations in Barcelona, but the point is any result of this instance is definitely going to give them positivity for the ahead matches to come. And slowly they are coming up in the table also from where they started. So I guess this team will pick up. We'll have to see what are their prospects this season. Like what are they going for, La Liga or the Champions League? That will be a thing to see. But of course, any results which yield you positive favors is definitely good.
Yeah, certainly. That is something for Coman to ponder upon. And yeah, so things are looking good for Barcelona right now because considering the poor start of the season they had, they are doing really well. They are in the third position, I believe, with
Yeah.
17 games. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's really nice. That's really nice. That's a lot of positives that we're seeing. Now, since we've talked about the La Liga, let's shift our attention to the other important league in the world football, and it's Serie A. Now, the highlight match basically was Juve winning with 3 goals against Milan, who scored just 1 goal. I mean, Milan were comparatively they were the favorites to win the match because considering their recent form and their resurgence, it has been really well. But again, for some reason, like some people mentioned on Twitter and other places, that no Zlatan, no party. That thing still haunts Milan. So, what do you think, Sneh? Because you're a UA fan, so let's just start with you.
I think Juve deserved this. They were going on with a very bad start against Fiorentina. The pressure was upon them. And since the new mister is in the house and seeing his legacy with AC Milan, it was very necessary. And if we are talking about injuries and other offsetting fields like Rebic not playing and Zlatan not playing, even Juventus suffered it. Like Sandro was not there, Quadrado is not there. So, of course, that is the situation which is always there. But Juventus completely outplayed AC Milan and again, I would say I would be very happy as a fan of Juventus. If Juventus doesn't win it, I would like Inter to win it, but not AC. Not at all AC
Okay.
because AC are not playing up to that level, but they are like producing results. That's another thing. But yes, as we see, like they have only Rafael Leao up front, and if Zlatan is not there, Rebic is not there, they're not getting up front. So a totally deserved win for Juventus.
Certainly, it's something for AC Milan to, I mean, be considerate towards it because they are facing problems when they don't have Zlatan in the team. Now, let's just not about AC Milan players because that match seemed to bring forward a lot of light, put a lot of light on the issues in the AC Milan side, and certainly one of them was Theo Hernandez. Throughout the season, he's been tremendous. Not gonna go on a rant against him or something, but then he in this match particularly he didn't perform to the level expected because Chiesa was tearing him apart, literally there wasn't a proper moment between them where they were competing with each other. It was always Chiesa on top. So Ashwin, do you enjoy seeing Chiesa because he's certainly a very young player, 24 I guess only, and a lot of games ahead of him, and certainly he's, to be fair, he's not started as brilliantly as people expected him to because yeah, I mean there's a lot of pressure on him, but this match he scored a brace and helped UA win the important game. What do you think?
Two brilliant goals from him, right? I mean, actually,
Yeah,
very good goals.
exactly.
Uh, The point would be like Theo Hernandez did not, he failed to track back much, yeah. And that is a thing that we see in attacking fullbacks. They fail to pick up their man and they go in easily. So yeah, Chiesa scored 2 brilliant goals, and I expect to see more of him.
Yeah, certainly. Because Chiesa is a very what do I say? A brilliant prospect that Juventus have in their team. Now, Manav, what do you think? Who do you think will win the Serie A this season? Because AC Milan are still on top. To be fair, fair play to them. They're still on the top. But yeah, other teams like Inter Milan, Juventus are slowly gaining their mojo back, and they are breathing under their necks. So, what do you think, Manav? What will happen in the season?
Well, you know that Juventus has CR7. That makes a very big difference. If they can work and get step ahead and start winning more, then they can win this league. And Inter Antonio Conte is also doing a very good job there. The competition will be against Juventus, Inter, and AC Milan for sure. Any of them can win the league.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, there were times in the past where Serie A was considered to be
One
like
horse
one of
league.
the best leagues in the world because of the three giants that were in the league: AC Milan, Inter, and Juventus. Now, certainly, I think we are seeing the resurgence of Serie A back again in the map of football. So yeah, that is certainly a positive for Juventus because they have performed really well. Yeah, so let's just wrap the show because it's been quite an interesting midweek review because the games which we have witnessed have been, I mean, very entertaining. They have been amazing to watch. They have been producing good quality football. So, guys, this was it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also press the bell button to never miss an update. This is me, Anushik, signing off. See you soon. Bye.